Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly forecast for July 20 through the 26th. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here. And then we're going to pull a spirit message for you all from this Angels deck here. In case you haven't guessed, from the setup here, we've got a mermaid ocean theme happening for the summer. And we're using a mermaid tarot deck here. And I want to say a big thank you real quick to a very generous, very kind viewer, Rapid Luxury, for making these beautiful nails and sending them to me. So I want to say thank you to her. You guys know that I'm all about appreciation. I'm all about supporting small business and people trying to make their dreams happen. So I do have her info in the description of the video if you want to check her out and support her on social media, or go get yourself some beautiful nails. So what we have here, my dears, for your first card, Scorpio, is Queen of Wands. And see, this is a cool deck if you're trying to learn tarot and if you're having a hard time remembering, because there's little keywords here, right? Obviously, the cards have a lot of layers and they have a lot more layers and meanings, but this is a nice little cheat sheet if you're new and if you're trying to learn. So here we have the Queen of Wands, or this fire energy. And so this is about passion. I've always talked about the Queen of Wands as somebody who creates opportunities. When the Queen of Wands shows up, you're tired of waiting. You're tired of waiting for change. And a lot of the times when she shows up, it's a situation where you've been giving a lot of yourself and you keep kind of getting taken advantage of or taken for granted or stifled, right? Like maybe you've been speaking up at work and you've been wanting a raise or a promotion and they're not giving it to you, or you're not feeling appreciated by friends and family and you speak up and they try to downplay it or sweep it under the rug. Queen of Wands is tired of it. She's not going to put up with it because she finally sees her worth. She knows what she brings to the table. She knows what she has to offer. And so she doesn't have time for anger. She doesn't have time for revenge, for pettiness, for drama. She just takes all her frustration and she uses it as fuel to move forward, right? It's when I see Queen of Wands, you're making big changes in your life in a very short period of time because you're so driven, you're so motivated, you're so fed up, you know what you deserve, and you're going out to get it. And with the Queen of Wands, a lot of the time she does have a career or self-employment vibe to her. So I think for a lot of you, this is going to be in terms of some type of business or moving up in career or getting your foot in the door into some kind of organization or career change that you're feeling very passionate about. It's like, I don't want to say you're not taking no for an answer, but if you hear no, you're not letting it discourage you and you're finding a different way, right? You're gonna keep going. You're gonna get what you want in a short period of time. The next card here, Scorpio, is the Eight of Swords. So for some of you, this Queen of Wands period might be a little up and down. You might have the awakening and the revelation where you're frustrated and you're really wanting to move forward. And then Eight of Swords is coming up where you start feeling a little bit discouraged, like, oh my gosh, but how am I going to make it happen? How am I going to make it happen? For some reason, Scorpio, I feel the shark is really jumping out at me. And for some reason, I feel like what's happening with this Eight of Swords, and what does she have here? She says restriction. I feel for some reason here, what's happening is somebody in your life is discouraging you. Or like I feel, because usually with the Eight of Swords, what happens is we end up being in a situation where we feel trapped and we feel like we can't do something by ourselves and we're waiting to be rescued. And for some reason, I feel somebody else is putting that fear in your head. I feel like somebody else is like, you're talking about your plan or your idea or your dream, or maybe some of you are getting fed up and you're flat out telling somebody, I don't need you, I'm going to do it without you, and look at this. I feel like someone's getting inside your head and discouraging you and making you feel like you can't do it by yourself. And it goes even deeper here. This heads up or this warning. If you watch my readings for a while, some of you guys have heard me talk about Eight of Swords as the baby seal card. Because what happens with the Eight of Swords is we feel a little bit stuck and we feel like we need somebody to come in and help us. And so it's like a little injured baby seal in the ocean, and it might be injured and bleeding and calling for help. But unfortunately, the way that nature works, the sharks in the water are going to pick up on it, the teeniest drop of blood from miles away, and they're going to come rushing in. They're going to come in so quickly, and they're going to take advantage of that situation. They're very opportunistic in this way. And so sometimes when we feel stuck or we feel we can't do something by ourselves, we end up attracting people who are opportunistic, people who are going to try to take advantage of the situation. So pay attention to anyone who's bursting your bubble. And on the other side, pay attention to anybody who seems overly enthusiastic about helping you. I'm not trying to be cynical, right? I'm not trying to be negative, but be wise. You know, Scorpios, we are very intuitive and we're really good about seeing through people. But when we feel fear or when we feel discouraged or we're about to make a big change, we're still human, right? And we can be very tempted to ignore our intuition, and, you know, just kind of hope for the best and, you know, want someone to step in and help us. And so this is just saying be cautious. I feel like this is saying be cautious. Anybody who's discouraging you, they're discouraging you because they want to keep you in that cage. They don't want you to soar. They want to hold on to you. Anybody who seems too overly eager to help you may be, again, using that as a way of holding on to you. So just be cautious of that and be aware of that. Ask your angels and guides to help you see through situations and people, to give you wisdom, to give you a good compass, a good sense of direction, you know, so that you're making the right decisions. I feel that a lot of you are at this very crucial crossroads, and there are some people that are terrified that you're going to succeed and they're going to lose you and they're being manipulative in some way. And then there's other people who are looking at you and they're seeing dollar signs and they're wanting to get their hooks in you before that happens. So be cautious, my darlings. Your next card here is the Four of Cups. And the creator of this deck has it here as boredom, right? And it can definitely be where you're feeling bored. Four of Cups for me, I'm going to go a little bit further and I'm going to say it can be feeling very unsatisfied with life. Okay. I feel some of you are going to see through some opportunistic person who's stepping in and trying to help you, and you might be seeing that it's kind of half-assed or insincere or kind of pointless, and so you might be turning down somebody's help. For other ones of you, I feel with the Four of Cups, for some reason, oh gosh, you guys know, okay? You guys know in the weekly readings, I don't focus on love and relationship because every reader is doing love and relationship, and I do a monthly love reading, and then in the weeklies, I try to focus on spiritual development and healing and career and all the other important parts of life. But I do feel, because we had the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Swords and the Four of Cups coming up now, I do feel some of you, someone from your past, it could be an ex, it could be a karmic, it could be a friend that you had a falling out with. It might not be romantic. It could be family for some of you. Although I am going to say for some of you, I do feel it's a little bit challenging because I feel like it's a parent or a parental figure that was not there for you. Like they didn't take care of you. You know, maybe you feel abandoned by them, or you feel like you had to be the parent, and they might be in a hard place in their life right now, and they're trying to establish a relationship with you because they see that you're doing well. and they don't want to be alone, and they're kind of hoping that maybe you're going to step up and help them. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm never going to tell somebody what to do. I'm never going to tell you who to forgive and who not to forgive unless there's an abusive situation, right? That's the only time I'm going to say, no, you know, get the heck out. But with this Four of Cups, I feel like a lot of you are finally able to put your foot down and break out of it. Okay, this is what's happening, Scorpio. A lot of the times when people are breaking out of their blocks, they have to get over their fear, or they have to like open up the chakras, or they have to do some kind of healing. And I feel that a lot of the Scorpios have been doing this already over the past few years. And I feel now that you're really in this takeoff mode where you're going to take off, it's people from the past. It's like the past is resurfacing and trying to pull you back in, whatever that might be. If it's your love life, your family life, it could be an old boss. Some of you might be resigning from a position or a job because something better is coming in, and your boss might be guilting you or trying to convince you to stay, that it's going to be better in some way. They don't know what they can do without you, you know, like they don't know what they're going to do without you. They may be kind of like stroking your ego or trying to get your sympathy. So it's kind of like I feel the past is pressuring you to stay. And I think that the majority of you, because the Four of Cups is here, you're coming into this divine discontentment where you're realizing, I deserve more. I deserve more. I can't feel sad for what other people are experiencing. And I can't feel sad or sorry if, you know, it's going to be inconvenient for them. But I want more. I want more in my life. You know, sometimes the Four of Cups can indicate that we're realizing that we've been settling for a long time and we don't want to settle anymore. Okay. The next card here is, ooh, see? King of Swords. I love it. I love it when I get confirmations like that. I get chills. All right. So I'll tell you why I see this as a confirmation from the way that I read. And so the creator of this deck has the King of Swords listed as ambition, right? So yeah, right there we have ambition, because you guys are like, I want more, and you're going towards this promise of more. That's very ambitious. But the King of Swords is really good about balancing the head and the heart, right? He's going to make decisions, and he's going to make logical decisions, and he's going to make decisions that are in the best and highest good. He's not going to make a decision out of guilt or feeling sorry. He's going to do what makes sense. He's going to do what's going to be in the best and highest good. But one thing that I really love about the King of Swords is he's really good at finding the win-win in the situation. He's good at finding a way for things to work where things can be peaceful. So if you are disagreeing, you're able to depart in a peaceful way. If you, are turning somebody down, you're able to turn them down in a very kind of respectful, no hard feelings kind of way, right? Or you're able to find some happy compromise where you are still getting what you want, right? And you're maybe finding a way to, if you can, if it's not, taking you off your path, to throw in something that maybe is going to be helpful to somebody else. So there's a sense of diplomacy with the King of Swords. And so I feel, like I said, you guys are not settling for less, and you're deciding to move forward. And that's what the King of Swords is about. He's about moving forward. You have your ideas, you have your plans, and he's going to make them happen. He's going to start moving forward. He's going to start taking those steps to make them a reality. So we're going to go ahead and check out your oracle card here. And as always, my dears, I encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to click on the Calendly link, you can schedule a private reading with me there. So what we have here is Goddess of Strength. It says, stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground. Whoa, I just got chills. What were we talking about, right? We were talking about people kind of resurfacing and you're having to tell them no. And you're having to, put this plan kind of first, but being able to do it in a diplomatic way, right? Where you're still kind of keeping the peace and earning the respect of others. Wow. I love when we get really strong confirmations like that. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so wow. If that's not confirmation, Scorps, I don't know what is. So I encourage you guys, like I said, ask your angels and guides to help you with that wisdom, that courage. You guys are shaking off the dead leaves, and I think you're doing it in a way where you don't have to feel guilty about it, right? And that's very, very positive. Some of you might maybe not necessarily shake off the leaves entirely, but you may be kind of distancing yourself or making your departure in a very clear way, and where again it can be done very peacefully. So positive, positive, positive. Very, very good stuff, my dears. If you want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos, like I said, they can be helpful. Those of you, if you haven't checked out the channeled angel messages for July, those are linked in the description. The love readings for July are also linked in the description. And I will be announcing the winner of the free 30-minute reading and the winner of the obsidian arrowhead that I'm giving away in the next few days. So there's still time to enter if you haven't already. I'm just going to pick one winner from Instagram and one winner from Facebook, from my Amethyst Angellight pages. I'm just looking at the comments and the likes, seeing who's jumping out at me, and I'm going to just pick one winner from each page. So take advantage of entering for that if you haven't already. I will give away a free 30-minute reading every single month, and also some other prize. The prizes will change. I will switch them up. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you again to Rapid Luxury for the nails. Thank you to Lauren for sending me the cute jewelry. And their info is in the description as well if you want to say thank you. Or I want to say thank you, but if you want to support small business or check them out, feel free to do so. All right, my darlings. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Take care.